Hello, for those just joining this module, we are working through the Form PI1 General Application, or the PI1 for short, going sheet by sheet. We are using a minor NSR amendment as the example. In this module, I'll be showing you the impacts sheet. You may recall that back on the general sheet, I selected yes, that an impacts review is required. My project has consolidated sources and increases in emissions, so I need to do an impacts review. This section has links to resources for completing an impacts review. The sheet automatically populates the pollutant list. These first two rows are the same for every project because their options are a little bit different from the other pollutants. This grayed out row is for ozone. It only shows if you select a PSD or non-attainment action type on the general sheet. Since I selected not applicable for each of those permit types, this row is gray for this example. The next row is VOC. Since PSD review cannot be required for VOC, we have defaulted the response to that question here as no. The remaining pollutants match the list that I entered on the general sheet. For each pollutant, I indicated if the pollutant requires PSD review in this column, and then selected the appropriate option for how the impacts analysis has been performed. When PSD is not required, such as in these examples, there are 5 possible responses. The first is to say that an impacts review is not applicable because the pollutant is not in the project or does not require an impacts analysis. The second option is to provide a qualitative analysis. This is typically seen when a source is operated exactly the same but is moving to a new location on the same property. In this case, we ask for a detailed description in the additional notes column here. The third option is to indicate that a MIRA analysis was completed using steps 0 through 2 or the screening tables. If that is the case, you should provide a detailed description of this review and follow the instructions in this box. Another option is to use a MIRA analysis steps 0 through 2 and modeling to complete the impacts analysis. This could occur if some pollutants meet steps 0 through 2 of the MIRA, but some others are required to do modeling to demonstrate acceptable impacts. The final option is modeling, either screen or refined. Starting June 1st of 2019, an Electronic Modeling Evaluation Workbook, or EMU, has been required with the application submittal for any project completing modeling. When PSD review is required, as in these two examples, there are 2 possible responses. The first is to provide a protocol. This is required for all pollutants requiring PSD review, except for CO2e, which is the second option in the drop-down list. This is because we do not conduct an impacts evaluation for CO2e. The additional notes column can be used to provide notes to APD staff, such as the qualitative analysis, or to indicate where in the application to find the MIRA analysis.